more about me than anything. Like the whole lecture is always going to be um valuable. Yeah. So, right. So the thing was gonna be very right. Okay. Okay. What up, fam? Hello, hello. Good afternoon. What up, brother? What up, fam? What up? What up? Yeah, I'm gonna go over macros. Um, Pretty much really uncovering a lot of macros are fun. Once you learn macros, you won't look at food the same. You have a better understanding of how it all works. Awesome, brother. Brother. Awesome, brother. Again, I'm so sorry. Okay, fixed. I'm loving the view. All right, chill out, brother. All right, if you say any more stuff like that, you won't. Yeah. Uh, no, I'm trying to focus. Yeah. Do you speak Spanish? Yeah. You have Instagram. Kevin, chill. Sí. Yo hablo español. Yo soy colombiano y salvadoreño. But yeah, ask question. Yeah. Um, I'm back. What's up? Yeah, my Instagram is the Alex Duenas. The Alex Duenas. Hello, everybody. We're gonna learn macros. I'm your professor today. Not even fucking professor. Motherfucker, I just like to teach people about shit that I've learned. All my life, I've always liked that. When I learned how to work out, I taught my friends to work out. When I learned how to box, I teach people how to box. When I learned wrestling, I taught people how to wrestle. When I learned how to talk to girls, I taught my friends how to talk to girls. Right? So all these things I always teach people because it's like, yo, this changed my life. Let me show you how really great this is. Was when and how old did you start business? Dude, I started my legitimate business when I was about like 24 years old, 23, 24. But like it was nothing crazy. I was just training people. My business, I didn't really get serious about business until I was 25. Yeah, that's what I would say. I didn't get serious about business until I was about 25 years old. Um, I'll be able to go on live on TikTok in about like 15 minutes or something like that. So we'll just chill for a bit. We'll chill for a bit, and then once I'm able to go live on TikTok, we'll talk about macros too. So if I can, are there any books that you can learn about business? Um, Bro, let me put it this way, right? What is it bad to get into business at age 14? I think it's phenomenal. It's not even to get. It's not even about like, is it bad to get into business at 14? For example, right? So what is business? All business is an exchange of products or services. Okay, so I'll explain it in that sense. Okay, I didn't go to business school, but I built two businesses. Okay, service based business. I never really sold products. I have like a clothing line, but I stopped selling it because it wasn't doing too well. And that's my fault, right? I wasn't focused on selling my clothing line. So, brother, like let me go back to like the basic business, right? When you have a lemonade stand, right? You buy lemonade, you make lemonade from, let's say you buy lemons. You buy fucking 10 lemons or 50 lemons and they're like, I don't know, 20 bucks. And out of those 50 lemons, you can make, let's say, just 50 cups of lemonade, right? And you sell each lemonade at 50 bucks, right? 50 bucks. and you can make 50 lemonades. So if you sell 50 lemonades at $2 a piece, you just made $100. You made $100. It costs you $20 to buy the lemons. You just made a profit of 80 bucks. All right, that's all it is. Okay. What's your best squat, bro? My best squat, fucking, I don't know, not 315. I don't know. I never went past like 315, like maybe 345, maybe. You hiring? No, no, no. Um, but that's it, man. Like if you went to garage sale, that's what Gary Vee does. Like you have to find what you enjoy, and you don't have to find what you enjoy. If you just want to make money, you can go to garage sales and buy something for $2 and sell it online. Say it goes for $20 online. You buy it for $2, you sell it for fucking 20 bucks, you just made $18 in profit. That's business. There you go. Um, what else? Yeah, that's all right. My natural I'm off drugs now. I'm off drugs. I'm drug free now. I've been drug free for 7, 8 years now. I took gear when I was 23 to 24 for my second bodybuilding show, but I trained naturally my majority of my life. I only took steroids for 1 year. I've been working out for 19. So out of 19 years, 1 year I took steroids. Yeah. Nightmare, nightmare. Nice. Oh, Platinum Perry. Perry the platypus. Yeah. I'll cover certain things. No, I'll cover things when once we get to TikTok. Okay, nice. I got my oat milk. I got my little props. I got oat milk. We have sauce. I should probably pull up the ketchup sauce. I'll do that too. Ketchup. Um, there's no way that's the fucking really. There's no sugar in this. 4 grams of sugar. That's not bad actually. That's actually not bad. That's not bad. I was it was it hard coming off physically, mentally? Bro, it was harder being on steroids. Bro, steroids fuck you up, man. They fuck your hormones up. I had libido problems, I had acne, I had stomach ulcers, like it's too much, man. And you didn't sell like materials you made an online business where you sell to plans, which is free for you, I guess. But I'm taking talking about online business like you sell info. No, but I sold something in person. I sold my time, right? I sold my time. I sold my knowledge. And when I had my personal training gym, I sold my time, right? My time and my expertise. That's what I when I was doing personal training, I sold my time, because of the skill set that I developed. And I developed that skill set for a very long time. I still had to talk to people and I had to get them to want to work with me. That's the biggest thing in business is sales. Learning to get somebody who wants what you want, finding someone you want. And yeah, this is my gym. At the numbers, to be honest. Yeah, I tend to think everything has more protein than it does, but I need to get some protein powder. I think, yeah, brother, Abel, that's the thing, bro. Now I'm so, dude, that makes me so happy, dude. This is exactly why I do what I do. Like now that you have, look, that's the thing. With increased wisdom, remember this quote: with increased wisdom comes increased suffering. Because now the veil has been lifted. And so, fuck, like this doesn't have that much. Damn, this has this much the carbs and fats. Wow. Like now you're like, fuck, dude, it all makes sense why I look the way I look. And that's why I tell people eating healthy is not enough. You have to have a better understanding of how things work, you know? And so we're not taught this, right? And so because we're not taught this, then we have to learn on ourselves or pay someone to teach us. Advertise like you buy ads or people just do website. So dude, I honestly that's a great question. I don't run any ads. If you learn how to run ads, that's a really good skill set. Um because most businesses need more attention. Most businesses need more leads. Every business would love to have more leads. And a lead is somebody who's shown interest in what you do. Just because somebody watches you do something doesn't mean they're a lead. They're just somebody that, watches you. It's like walking if you're walking in the mall and you see a shop, right? And you don't go inside of it, you're not a lead yet. You're just watching, you're just looking. Now, if you walk into the store and you're showing some level of interest, you are a lead, you're a potential buyer. And so every business would love a shit ton of leads, right? And so for me, the way I market right now, later, like soon enough, I'll start running some ads. But as of right now, I'm doing organic, which is just this. This is organic marketing. Simply, there's no money behind it. It's just time. There's only two ways to market. Either you pay for marketing or you spend your time to market yourself with which is what I do. I get on TikTok live, I post content, or I'll reach out to people via DMs. Yeah. So that's another great way to do it. And like you can look at what interests you, man. I think fitness is something that's always interested me because when I was a kid, I remember thinking I was running for everything. I was starting a business. Yeah, but I mean, you can, and instead of thinking you recommend a protein powder? Yeah, there's two different types of protein powders. There's Diamatized and then there's Evogen. I just switched over to Evogen. It's the company. They're good. They're a good protein. Diamatized I used for like 6 years. It's really good on your stomach, digestion wise. Diamatized and then Evogen. And so those two really work well with my stomach. I'm lactose intolerant, so a lot of shit fucks up my stomach. So and so listen, brother, instead of thinking I want to start a business, it's like, okay, I need to find something to sell. You need to find something to sell, whether it's a product or a service. It's like think about the kid who used to deliver fucking newspapers, right? He had a paper route, and so they would pay him to go deliver newspapers. You know, Now if he made his own newspapers, then he would be collecting all the profit or the revenue. Um, Yeah, like if you have 3 cows and then you milk the cow and you sell the cow milk, then there's your business right there, you know? I was 14 and what would I would fucking no idea what I would do. I'm young, man. Because it's skills. You need to develop skills, the ability. Are you emotional? No. No. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Drill World, good brother, good. I'm just give me like another few more minutes, and then I'm gonna go live on TikTok, and then we're gonna start a little lesson. All right, I'm gonna teach about macros. No, you good, bro. I'm gonna teach about macros. I have my little props, got my little sauces, got some. I have some ground beef. I have some ground beef. We're gonna go over this. Yeah, yeah, man. I enjoyed having my gym. I think one of the most proudest moments in my life was when I had my gym. Yeah, because I've always wanted to I just wanted to have something that was successful, I would say, you know? And lock for the season, the bungalow and lock in for the season. I have no idea what that is, brother. Bungalow? I don't have no idea what that is. I was very proud of myself, man, because I've always worked out, man, you know? If I want to build a workout plan, should I go to ChatGPT or what should I do? ChatGPT works. I don't know how good ChatGPT is when it comes to building your personalized workout plan. I think you'd have to tell them more about your specificness. Like, hey, I don't really work out often. What's a really good beginner's workout, And then he'll give you certain things, and then you would have to look up videos on how to do it, right? So if it's like you got to do 3 sets of 10 push-ups, then you have to look up how to do proper push-ups, then sit-ups, planks, Watching you like 7 days ago, and I was obsessed with doing this stream, bro. In my life with himself. Good, brother. I'm proud, brother. I'm glad. I'm glad. And the thing is, remember, if you find inspiration with me, brother, you can just, just know that it's within you. That's the best thing I can give you. It's like whatever you see in me, it's also within you. That's why you find it so interesting. Like for me, I don't look at somebody who plays hockey and I'm like, oh my God, I'm inspired. I want to play hockey. That's just not what I gravitate towards. And so we all gravitate to what we feel is part of us. Is what's within us. And oh, well, good thing we don't have to find out. I'm here. So, maybe we can. Yeah. So, yeah, we'll go over macros. We'll go over a little bit of training. I never really covered training. I really never do because training is something that you can obviously find online and things like that. But it's just nutrition. It's fucking all over the place. And the thing is, like, I have the receipts, right? I have receipts. And what I mean by receipts is I literally just have testimonials. Like this guy right here, right? This guy right here, he's 56 years old, you know? 56 years old. He sent me a video like this. Yeah. Alex, one-on-one coaching. I fully endorse his program. And what Alex brought to the table was something that was confusing in a general sense. We all have food in the kitchen, but the point is that we need to know how to eat. And it's not just about eating, but it's also about mindset. So, one-on-one coaching, I started with Alex here, and about 3 months or so, I am already here. And what I liked about Alex's program was there's no supplements, right? So he's not selling you a program. He's not selling you a meal plan. He's not selling you weights, but he's basically telling you you already have the food in the kitchen. You already have things that you can lift or buy some barbells or dumbbells. But how do you structure the whole thing is the main part, and that's where Alex came in. He's super consistent. I followed with his TikTok lives and entertaining and fun, and he always says things in a certain way that kind of hits you in the right way. And my point is, we all need coaches. So top players, top business people, all of us need coaches. So why not for health, right? And that's where I landed. So I'll be pushing 60, and I want to do my own profession of orthodontics at the highest level, 60s, 70s, 80s, that's 90s, right? So Alex has been a great help. When you do one-on-one coaching, he's available. That's the key thing, right? So he sends you like a personalized video to help you in different parts. If you have a question, he can help you. But ultimately, what happens is that when you have coaches, you have somebody that you have to report back to and say, "This is what I did. This is what I didn't do." And the coaches are always kind of you know pushing you this way and pushing you that, tugging along because they want you to succeed. So kudos to Alex. Anybody who joins will benefit tremendously. And I want to appreciate Alex for all you've done for me. Thank you so much. Bye. Yeah, he's an orthodontist. He's got his own practice. I think two practices, and he saw me on TikTok live, a professional. Like he saw me on TikTok live with my shirt off, speaking the way I fucking speak. And he's like, I like this guy. I want to hire him. And he paid me. Paid me and I helped him and understand. I helped him get more motivated with health, understand macros, understand. I changed his life. Somebody who does a profession of orthodontist has a very professional office. And that's the thing. So like, yeah, fuck yeah. Only two, bro. Only two. Everything else is not that bad, right? Everything else is pretty fucking decent. It's just I've always fucked these two up. I worked out today. I realized how weak I am, Lemo. I have to do to get back to where you said. Yeah, bro, and that's okay, bro. Trust me, that's okay, dude. Bro, with fitness with me, it's been something I've been very consistent with. Business is a different level. When when I left to Miami, I was doing good. Business was fucking skyrocketing. Once I went to Miami, I fucked around. And I pretty much got off my meal plan business wise, my workout plan business wise, and business tanked. And it wasn't anything externally, it was all internally. It was me dropping the ball. So coming back here to Gainesville, I had to start rebuilding my business again, rebuilding my money again, and just simply because I fell off. So that feeling that you have with like, oh fuck, dude, I used to be in so that's okay. It's like, how do you get back up? How do you get yourself back up and back in motion and stay consistent with it, knowing the things that you have to do? Whether it's more knowledge, more discipline, that's what's going to be more important because you can't dwell on the past. You can, but it's only going to fuck you in the head. So, we just move forward and just realize that every step, every day that you do take a step forward, it's a step closer to who getting better than you were before, right? A setback is just a setup for a better comeback. Um, and we're back on fucking TikTok live. I got milk and shit. I think YouTube has become my new kids. I like TikTok. Obviously, I've been there, but I'm very glad that I've been able to jump back on YouTube and be live because I get different types of people. What's up, brother? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hello, hello. True story is definitely more discipline for me. Yeah, that's it. What it is. What's up, fam? What's up? Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon now. Good afternoon. It's a little dark. Can I just turn the light on? Hey guys, we're gonna learn macros today. I'm gonna break down macros, body fat in a way that you guys will have a better understanding of everything. So stay tuned. We're gonna learn a lesson. We're gonna something that it's changed my life. It's changed my clients' life. I've helped people lose 100 pounds. Daniela, I've helped people lose 100 pounds, 80 pounds, 60 pounds, 40 pounds. I've helped people get shredded. What I'm about to teach you is truly the key, if you have a better understanding of it, to get you closer to how you want to look, how you want to feel, and have clarity. So that's what we're going to learn. We have some props, we have some milk, we have some sauces, we have some ground beef. So what up, Tony? We're going to go over everything. And we have some water. Hello, Haley. Long time no see. Yep. So stay tuned. We're gonna learn. I'll give you some of the best things. I know we all learn. There's a bunch of it. Even learn. There's a bunch of information on TikTok, on YouTube, all these things about what you should eat, what you shouldn't eat. Is it better to lose fat than gain muscle? That's a beautiful question. So I'm going on YouTube live as well. So is it better to lose fats and gain muscle, or you can do both? The goal is to do both. And how do we do that? By understanding macros. That's how we do both. You can build muscle, which is what I do with myself and my clients, and burn body fat at the same time. And if I can break this down, it's like nursing school and work. Oh, I figured. Oh, that's awesome. The thing is this, body fat is just energy. If I can really break this down for you, is body every all the body fat you have is just stock. It's just stock. Imagine you have a store and you have these Nikes, and every day you only get one or two customers, and you have like five pairs, and every single day, only somebody buys only one pair. So every new day, like you have five, and you have like 40 in the back. Every day you only have one customer, somebody buys them. So what we need now is like 100 customers so they can buy all your stuff. And so how that pertains to body fat is every single day that you have an influx amount of food in you, your body never gets to go to the back. You only have one or two customers, so your body never has to tap into the fat that you have. Fat that you have on your body, excess body fat, is simply just energy that's not being used. You ate too much food. Your body's like, motherfucker, you're not working out. You're only walking at work. You're sitting on the couch. You're not doing much. So we have too much energy. So we're just going to store the energy. And if you do that month after month, year after year, decade after decade, you're just going to have so much stock that by the time it comes for you to actually burn it off, we have to learn how to do it in a way where it actually is consistent. I know what's going on, Koza. Body favor survival, not aesthetics. Absolutely. Great fucking response. The body favors survival, not aesthetics. That's really great. I might have to fucking take that for the rest of my life, brother. Um, your body does not want to, my body does not want to be in great shape. It doesn't. It does not want to be low body fat. In the body's mind, the mind is like, yo, like we're not protecting our organs. What if we go without food for days? What's going to happen? So your body's not built for, your mind is not built for that. Your mind is still a 2,000-year-old mind. It's always looking for danger. It's always trying to keep you alive and safe, you know? My website's being built. It's almost done, but it's almost done. It should be done in the next couple of days, but it's going to be thealexduenas.com. Yeah. So we can go right into the lesson. All right. Thanks. Talk about your father. Talk about my father. I love my father. I actually talked to him a couple of days ago. All right. Let's get this lesson on the show. Let's get this show on the road, my friends and family. Oh, you know, YouTube has become my new family because YouTube doesn't fucking ban me or suspend me for fucking being honest. Hmm. All right, let's do this. What's up, Stephanie? Cool. Mirror, perfect. Get you guys. I'm gonna have to turn you guys around. I don't know how to ban you. They fucking banned me, right? Fucking a. Let me turn you guys around. Hopefully, yeah. Cool. Beautiful. It's a little dark because there's no sun right now. But all right, you guys can see me. You look fat. Yeah, what's up, Jamie? Oh, I gotta be fucking careful. I hate that. Okay. All right. Cool. Well, it's animalistic. You're not gonna find an obese cheetah. Oh, I like that. Clara, what's up? Not Clara. We can finally answer your question because I haven't been able to answer your question. Welcome to my world, son. I know it's fucking. It's kind of like, but whatever. I'll make the best of it. I'll be the sun. I'll be the sun. I am the sun. Okay, beautiful. Welcome, kids. Welcome to lesson one. Dude, I love my YouTube people. All right, beautiful. So let's start this. Let's start this lesson. Anybody in here that wants to get right? The goal here is to teach you how to get closer to losing, whether it's 20 pounds, 40 pounds, 80 pounds, whether it's to get a six pack, right? Build freedom, build freedom, raise your level of confidence. Your old clothes fit you. And most importantly, in my opinion, I'd say more energy. This is the goal with what I'm going to teach you, right? With what I'm going to teach you, you're going to be able to understand how to lose 20, 40, 50, 80 pounds, how to get sick fat, build freedom, raise your confidence, fit back to your old clothes, and have more energy. That's the goal. I gotta heal first. No, you fucking don't gotta heal first. You make it every single day. You're making a decision, Joel, to stay fat or to fucking actually get in better shape. I might get suspended from that. Oh, if I get suspended again, if I get suspended again, I need you guys to understand. You gotta go on my YouTube, the Alex Duenas. You gotta follow me on my YouTube, the Alex Duenas. YouTube, I love you. All right. Because should I wait till after the lesson? Yeah, Trill, wait until the lesson. I'll answer the question after the lesson. Okay. So all right, so I gotta heal first. Kind of bullshit is that, bro? All right, beautiful. So starting off in the beginning, God saw that the earth was dark, and He said, "We let there be light." Okay, so from the beginning, macros and calories. Everybody knows what calories are. Everybody knows what calories are. Macros, right? The best way to look at it is calories is me with my shirt on and pants on. Macros is just underwear. You have a better look of how the body looks like. So why do I always preach macros? I found out about macros when I was about 22 years old. 22 years old, I hired a coach. Up into that point, when I started working out, at 12, I knew nothing. I started working out doing body weight. My friend Chris, taught me how to work out. I saw him, saw a good looking girl. I said, bro, can you teach me how to get jacked? Right? Surgery on Wednesday, my foot, brother. Oh, my bad. God bless you. I wish you the best luck in your surgery. 12, right? By the time I was, I went to school. By the time I met Victor about the time I was 16. By the time I was like 16, I was in the weight room, right? Weight room. This is 16 years old. I started kind of learning how to lift weights. At my school, there's weightlifting class. So I got weightlifting class. Of course, I got weightlifting class. So at 12 years old, I started doing body weight exercises. About 16, I had weightlifting coaches. They taught me to bench, to squat, bicep curls. They taught me different types of exercises with weights. By the time I was 17, I met my friend Victor. My friend Victor was a cross country runner. One day, I'm riding my bike and I see this guy, fucking six pack, fucking shredded six pack. I'm like, this motherfucker's in good shape. Holy shit. We crossed paths. A few months later, my friend Mikey, right, who I've known since I was in the fourth grade, technically, so I was in the fourth grade, introduced me to Victor, cross country runner. And the thing with Victor, Victor started to teach me how to eat better. Victor really ate healthy. His mom taught him how to eat healthier, like pick these foods over this food. She was more like an organic person. So he started to teach me how to really watch kind of my nutrition. Okay. So then after that, about 18 years old, I met this guy named Ron, right, at LA Fitness. Right. I met this guy named Ron, and he was a bodybuilder. And Ron's a big black guy. And I used to work with him as a sales rep. And he's like, Alex, you got to eat every 3 hours. You got to make sure you have protein, you have carbs. Okay. And at that point, I'm like chicken, eggs, pasta, rice, carbs, protein powder, right? Protein powder. So Ron taught me to eat every 3 hours. That was my key from there moving forward. Every 3 hours, learn to eat. By the time I was 19, going into like 20, I read Arnold's book, right? I read Arnold's book. Arnold's book is the encyclopedia of bodybuilding. Like it's a fucking book this thick. In that book, he taught about vitamins, proteins. He taught about lifting. So I got a lot of more information about like nutrition simply reading the book, The Encyclopedia of Bodybuilding by Arnold Schwarzenegger. Right. By the time I was 21, no, 21, I was reading Lee Haney's book, and then I read Lee Haney's book. Right? All this is just self-education. Like Lee Haney was 7-time Mr. Olympia, 8-time Mr. Olympia, I think. Yeah. Or seven or eight. Arnold was 6-time Mr. Olympia. I'm pretty sure 6. Yeah, 6 or 7. Fuck me, I can't remember. Anyways, by the time I was 22, I hired my first coach. Right? I hired my first coach, and he taught me because hey, I want you to prep me for a bodybuilding show. And he taught me, okay, we need to weigh your food out. I actually have a picture of me and him right here. This is me. I was 22 years old. Right? That's my meal plan right there for men, right? Fat loss plan, right? Food tips. Fat loss plan, food tips. Right? So this was my first coach. And so Jesus. So he taught me, right? And that's when where is where the fuck is that book? I hold on, I'm trying to look for the book that I just had. Okay, sorry. All right. So before there was training apps, before there were training apps, I had to write everything down. Hold on, TikTok. I had to write everything down. Okay. Meal every 3 hours. Meal number 1, meal number 2, meal number 3, meal number 4, meal number 5. Right? Monday, meal number 1, 12 egg whites. Meal number 2, meal number 3. This is right. So if you look at the dates, this is what January, February, March, April, May, June 6th, 18th, 2017. 2017. So here we go, right? Meal number 1, meal number 2, meal number 3, number 4, number 5. Meal number 1, number 2. So I would write down all my meals. All my meals. I would write down all my, there's no fitness app. There's no training app. There's no tracking app. I had to write everything down. Back in the Stone Age. All right, it's nice. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta go, brother. See you, brother. So everything had to be written down right here, right? At this time that I ate my meals, what times I ate them at. How was my workout? 9. I forgot what it was. Yeah. So this is what I would do. This is 17. This is fucking like 8 years ago. Right. So when people ask me, do you track your food? I'm like, this is fucking 8 years of me fucking tracking. I used to track without a fucking thing. Right. Everything, meals. So by the time I was 22, right, I hired a coach and I started to really understand my food at a whole different level. Now, by the time I was 22, I hired another coach. And he taught me how to track macros. I think that was 23 actually. Yeah. 23, 23. Yeah, 23. Yeah, 23. Hired a coach, and then I hired another coach at the same time, plus another one. Right? So all in all, at this time of my life, I understand macros. I understand my own body. I understand how certain things work. I went to the highest level of fitness, pretty much, of nutrition. I went down to like fucking 2% body fat, 3% body fat, very, 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 very low body fat. Skin is like, you can't even touch my skin. Like it was so dialed in. So this is how, and this is what, 12 to 31 now? So from 24 to 31, it's just my own, you know? So I'm taking the knowledge in the last 19 years. 19 years. I became a personal trainer when I was 19, right? That's 12 years so far since I've been coaching people. So all in all, everything I'm teaching you is based off not just my knowledge, but some of the best coaches. I hired one coach who's one of the best coaches in the world. And so this is why I know what I know. I've learned from other people. It's not just my own education, it's from other people. So moving forward, now that we have a better idea of like where I got my extensive knowledge from, right? We'll go into macros, right? Once I learned macros, I also learned that it's a lot easier for people to have a better understanding of macros and keep track of it, you know? God bless you too, brother. So now, starting off with how macros work and what macros really are. There's 3 main macros that we need to understand. Again, I want you to always be focused on what is the goal of what I'm teaching you. The goal here is for you to have a better understanding of how to get to your goal of losing 20, 30, 40, 80 pounds, 6-pack, building freedom, raising your confidence, fitting back to your old clothes, and having more energy. It's about eating my macros friendly chicken and rice right now. Fuck yeah, brother. Good work, brother. Good work. Now, the main macros we have is protein, carbs, and fats. Okay, protein, carbs, and fats. These are the main parts of our macros. This is what we're going to be mainly focused on. So whenever you look at the back of anything, there's going to be these and like sugar, sodium, but the main ones that we're focused on is protein, carbs, and fats. That's the main ones that we're focused on. So we have to understand what each of these break down. How do each of these help us to build the body we want, look our best, and feel our best? How do they all work? So everyone understands protein, but not many people actually understand protein. Protein is the only thing that builds muscle. Okay, muscle's super important. It's what makes you look good. Anytime you look at someone like me or someone that has a good body, they have muscle. That's it. It's not only because they have low body fat. but it's because they have muscle as well. And the only thing after good training, with lifting weights, body weight exercise that builds muscle is simply protein. Which leads us to our next thing. What happens to our body when we don't have enough protein? Well, the next thing that happens is we lose muscle. Unfortunately. No, 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 man. Oh, I must have man. Okay, cool. That's cool. I need more. Uh, any questions so far? Questions? Do you guys do you understand this so far? Ask it real quick. Do you understand this? Uh, right? And yeah, I'll go over more of this. Right. So, which leads me to my next thing, which is ultimately this is the next question most people ask is how much protein should I be eating on a daily basis? The answer is a minimum, right? A minimum of 100 grams of protein. 100 grams of protein. Now, how do we put this into practicality? That's the biggest issue, okay? Because when you have your day-to-day life, and this is where we get deeper into making sure you actually put this into practice. There, you have to take some time and really look at what you're eating on a daily basis. I say this because you need to have somewhat of a plan. I can teach you all this, right? Good job, brother. I can teach you all this. But if you don't have a plan in place, you're just going to stick to your old habits. That's one thing we have to really, I need to fucking drill into your fucking head. Like you're going to stick to your habits. If you do not have a new plan, if you take the same fucking road to work, if you take the same road to work, then you're just gonna always go to work. The only way you go somewhere else, like Disneyland, is if you take another fucking road. And the only way you take another road is if you get what? New directions, right? You can't get to fucking Disneyland taking the same road you took to work, right? So if you're trying to go somewhere new, right? Somewhere new, you get new directions. You don't follow the same fucking road, right? How much is coaching? Coaching's anywhere 850, 7,000. Just you can send me a DM if you want like more precise. Okay, that's what we really have to understand. I need you to get this through your fucking thick skulls. I can teach you all this, but it's gonna go through one year and out the other year if you don't understand this right here. So if you're watching this, grab a fucking pen or pencil, grab some paper, and actually write some shit down if you want to see improvements. Because to listen and not do anything, it's not gonna fucking work. Good job, Rebel. Yeah, Rodell. Right? Am doing that. Beautiful. Thank you. I'm telling you, get a piece of paper and write these things down. And I'll break it. If you actually have a piece of paper and you write things down, I'll break it down even more. I'll break it down significantly more because at the end, I'm not just here to fucking yell at you. That's part of it. But I actually want you to fucking change. I want you to take this in. The thing I'm teaching you here has literally helped my clients lose 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds, has given them the freedom that they wanted. Macros is something that what I'm teaching you here, people are fucking charging hundreds and hundreds of dollars to do. Or you can find it for free, but they're not going to explain it the way I explain it because I have a better understanding of people because I fucking hated school, right? I didn't like school because I don't believe all teachers were able to teach the way people understood. You could, but that's not always right. Right. You can do this, like you can do this yourself. You can research, but not everything is broken down in a better way where they're actually speaking to you. Right. This is what the beautiful thing about live is that you can actually ask a question if you don't understand. All right, lose muscle is what my ex girlfriend suffers from. I got signs. I got sciatica 2 years ago. Lost 10 pounds weight. I lost muscle and fat. What's the best way to regain my weight once I can get back into the gym? Ally, you got sciatica. You got sciatica. The best way to regain your weight is understanding is start to lift and start to eat again. Right? You lost weight simply because you couldn't work out. Once you start working working out and eating again, things should start coming back. Okay. Now, so let's start. I'm gonna keep staying. So protein builds muscle. If you don't eat protein, you lose muscle. You want to go towards 100 grams of protein, right? Co-host Maria. Maria, I'm sorry. You have to send me a private message to want to jump on live with me. I think, sure I'm away, so I'm listening about everything else. Beautiful, Luther. Beautiful. Perfect. So now let's look forward. Okay. So I'm going to break this down even more for you guys. So 100 grams of protein. Now that we have that, now we have to establish a plan. So first things first, one of the best ways to start getting this in is to wake up early. Right? Wake up early. Everybody can wake up fucking earlier. Everybody. You can wake up earlier. And the mentality comes from this. This is your life. You have one life. Wake up earlier and go live it. One of the highest forms of gratitude is to simply wake the fuck up early and go live your life and work on yourself. Wake up and work on yourself. Wake up and work on your life. Don't just wake up and go work for somebody who's paying you money to show up. Work on your personal development. That is going to make you better and make you advance in life. If you fail to work on yourself and you're just working for people, they're going to let you go one day. And now you're left with not that good of a version of yourself because you simply failed to work on yourself. Right? Everybody's replaceable. And if you have a job, you can be replaced like this. So you must build some value within yourself. And this is one of the best ways to build value is to work on your body because the body, all it does, all these muscles do is represent that you have a level of self-control, self-respect, self-love, self-investment, and self-worth. Remember that. So 100 grams, right? Number one is waking up early. Number two, you're going to download the app, MyFitnessPal, right? MyFitnessPal is an app. It's a free app. I'll pull it up. I don't have any money. I'm a student. Can you help me with programming? No. What the fuck do I do? Look, listen to this lesson. It's a free lesson and it'll teach you. You're going to download MyFitnessPal, right? Go and download MyFitnessPal. It's this little thing right here, MyFitnessPal. Go on Apple, download MyFitnessPal. It's a free app. It'll ask you at one point, right? It'll ask you at one point, do you want premium? You can say go fuck yourself, and then you'll exit it out. You don't need to buy the premium. Same thing with you, YouTube. It's gonna ask you to buy premium, right? It's gonna ask you to buy premium, and you're gonna exit out. You don't need premium. Once you download this app, it's gonna ask you a bunch of questions. What's your height? What's your age? What's your weight? What's your goal? How much you exercise? And then it's going to give you how many calories it believes that you should be eating. I would not always go with what the calories they tell you to do because it's not always accurate. That's what I'll say. It's not accurate. We're not using the app for it to tell us what to do. We're using the app to simply just track our stuff. The app is simply to just track your stuff. Now, what you can do is moving forward, because the best thing I can also tell you and give you from here is a level of self-awareness. There's this book, right? You don't have to get this book. I read it like once, but this is a Harvard business book. This is a Harvard business book called Managing Oneself by Peter Drucker. All it talks about is knowing yourself. This Harvard business book is the main thing is know yourself, know yourself. And like one of the first few pages is this. History's great achievers, a Napoleon, Da Vinci, Mozart, have always managed themselves. Okay, I'll repeat that one more time. History's greatest achievers, a Napoleon, a Da Vinci, Mozart, have always managed themselves. That, in large measure, is what makes them great achievers, is having a level of self-awareness. I didn't fucking go to Harvard, but motherfucker, I still learned some shit from them. Knowing yourself. So before we move forward, once you download MyFitnessPal, now you have a tracking system. From there, what you can do is at the beginning of the day, eat like you normally would. And you're going to do is you're just going to track your food. You're gonna plug in everything you fucking eat. I went to Starbucks. Starbucks. I went to fucking Jimmy John's. Jimmy John's. I ate a fucking piece of bread. I put some bread. I ate some butter. I ate avocado. I ate fucking a piece of fucking slice of pizza. I ate some chicken. I had fucking tacos. Whatever it might be. Just simply don't change anything. Just plug it in. Because at the end of the day, it's going to tell you how much you actually ate that day. And so what we're doing is imagine having a credit card, right? And you don't know your limit. And every day you're swiping it, you're swiping it, you're swiping it, swiping it, and there just happens to be money there, right? And all you're doing now is, well, how much am I spending? Before you know it, you're spending like fucking 2K and your limit is only 1,000. Your limit is only $1,000 and you're spending 2,000 every single day. Now you know why you have so much fucking interest. And the interest is just body fat. That's it, right? Body fat. You have a budget, you have a budget. If you have a lot of body fat, it's because you're overspending, you're overeating, but you don't know that. You don't know how much. So by simply now tracking your food, downloading the app, tracking your food, you're like, holy fuck, I'm eating like 4,000 calories. Holy fuck, I'm eating like 400 grams of carbs. Holy shit, I'm eating like 50 grams of protein a day. I'm not eating any protein. So if you're not eating protein, you're losing muscle. You're not eating enough protein, you're not building muscle. Okay? So that is what this app is going to allow you to do, is just to open your eyes. Saludos, ¿qué hubo? ¿Qué más? ¿Qué va? Hola. Right? It's just going to open your eyes and give you a sense of awareness. Because now that we are aware, we can start to make better decisions. Okay? So that's that with protein, right? 100 grams of protein. Now you can kind of have an idea, right? So my top three foods to eat for protein, starting off, right, would be egg whites, obviously chicken, and I would say protein powder, right? Protein powder, protein shakes, right? Protein powder, protein shakes. What's what? Just give me a sorry. It's called MyFitnessPal. MyFitnessPal. Is getting on diet of eating fruits and salad is a good idea? Fuck no, bro. Fruits and salad. Fuck your fruits and salad. It's salad is not. There's no protein in it. Fruits is straight up carbs. There's nothing wrong with fruits, but it's just carbs and carbs and carbs. There's nothing wrong with that. Of course, right? MyFitnessPal. Listen, bro, your posture is all right. Appreciate it, brother. Peace. So, right? These are just three. Also, fucking some ground beef, right? Some ground beef, right? Ground beef is really good with protein, and I'll go over this. Ground beef is really good, right? 93% lean, right? So we'll do 93% lean ground beef. Why 93% lean? Because it has less fat, right? Fat is not bad. We just don't want high fat diet when we're trying to cut down. Okay. Before I move forward to carbohydrates, do you have any questions so far regarding protein planning, MyFitnessPal? What's up, Becky? Do, 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 do. Flank steak. Flank steak is good. Flank steak is not bad. Yeah, flank steak is good. Right. So right. So now we're gonna go into carbs. Right. So carbs, simply put, they're energy. That's it. Energy. And we'll go back to what we talked about. Carbs are just energy. If you have 20, 40, 80, 20 to 100 pounds of fat that you want to lose, you have excess amounts of energy. That's what body fat means. Body fat just means I have a lot of energy that I have not tapped into. That's all it is. Are there good carbs, bad carbs? Yes and no, right? There's carbs that help you feel better. There's carbs that help you have longer lasting energy. And there's carbs that spike your insulin up, give you a quick boost of energy, and then they crash. Okay, so carbs are not the enemy. When people go on keto, right? People go on keto, people lose weight. Why do people lose weight? Not because they cut out carbs, it's because they were eating this much and then they took out less, they ate less food and they lost weight. When people do fasting and they lose weight, it's not the fasting that made them lose weight. They just stopped eating as much. When people start to count calories, right? It's not that they started counting calories and lost weight. It's that they were eating this much and they fucking ate less. So they lost weight. Then they did the carnivore diet, right? Carnivore diet. Oh, I lost weight. No, it's simply you were eating this much and you started eating less, right? Every single fucking diet, even macros, right? All it preaches is that you're eating this much, you eat less, right? People that stop eating at 6 p.m. I stopped eating after 6 p.m., 7 p.m. I lost weight. No, bitch. You went from eating this to eating this much. You stop gaining weight because you simply stopped fucking eating. That's what I want you to really get through your skulls as well. Every single diet, keto diet, atkins diet, vegetarian diet, macros, everything, all it's telling you is to go from what you were doing and do less of it. That's all it's doing. Every single diet, every single fucking diet. It's literally keto. I stopped eating carbs. No, you stopped eating. Fasting. I started fasting. I lost weight. You stopped eating as much. I started counting calories. Yeah, you stopped eating as much. What's up, Destiny? Carnivore diet. I started eating more more fucking animal-based diet. Motherfucker, you started eating less and you lost fucking weight. Fucking I stopped eating after 7 p.m., 6 p.m. I dropped weight. No, you stopped fucking eating as much. Because what do we do typically at 6 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m.? We most of the time get bored. And when you're bored, you fucking eat. You don't even get hungry. When you're bored, you just fucking want to eat. How you doing? Life treating you great. Life is treating me the way I treat life. Life does not treat me any other way. Life is only treating me the way I feel like it's treating me, right? So now that we understand that, right? When it comes to my clients, right? When it comes to my clients who have lost a significant amount of weight, they've lost weight, whether they lost 5 pounds, 10 pounds, 15 pounds, whether they've lost a significant amount of body fat, right? From there to there, if they've all lost fat, right? If all my people have lost fat, do you still drink? No, bro, I stopped drinking. I drink once a year, but I might cut back down that. So all my people that have lost weight, what are some of the main carbohydrates that I insist that they eat temporarily until we go through this transformation? Oh, let me check on YouTube. Okay, I don't know. How many sets per muscle group for an average person to build muscle in a calorie deficit? Kush, I'll talk about training afterwards. So my clients that have lost 20 pounds, 30 pounds, 40 pounds, 60 pounds, have gained abs, have lost belly fat, have built a great body. The main carbohydrates that as you cut, that we stick to, I would say there's four. There's rice, there's oats, there's cream of rice, there is potatoes, right? Potatoes. I would say these four main ones is what we really stick to during a main cut. This is what we kind of stick to, right? Rice, oats, cream of rice, and potatoes. Those are really good carbs when it comes to cutting because they don't spike insulin. And I'll talk about insulin later. So these carbohydrates are good because they give you good long lasting energy. Now we have what other carbohydrates? Fucking cookies are carbs. Cake is a carb. Fucking some milk has carbs. Peanut butter has carbs. Everything in fucking bread, right? Bread has carbs. Like all these things have carbs. It's not essentially bad. They just have a significant amount of carbs for a very little. One fucking cookie, right? One cookie can have fucking like 10 grams of carbs. Nobody eats one fucking cookie. I don't eat one cookie, right? I eat at least two cookies, more like four, right? I never just eat two cookies. I always eat like four. That's me, right? So just alone right there, that's 40 grams of carbs. I'm low quality. I'm lowballing. I don't know how much one fucking cookie does. You know what? Let's all find out how much one chocolate chip cookie has. Let's go into my fitness pal real quick. I'm gonna put in chocolate chip cookie. Chocolate chip cookie. One cookie, now 5 ounces. Just give me one cookie. All right, one cookie has about 8 grams of carbs. Rice is not bad. Rice is not bad. Trust me, it's not. I eat rice every day. Right? One cookie. One cookie is 8 grams of fucking carbs and 3 grams of fat. 3 grams of fucking fat. So if I eat fucking 4 chocolate chip cookies, I'm at 32 grams of fucking carbs, 12 grams of fat. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Right? And that's me. Okay. So these are these are some of the main fucking things that I use myself to cut and my clients to cut the body fats because they're good carbohydrates, essentially to give us what we want. Not too much carbs, but enough for us to actually have the energy to work out. Carbs fuel your workouts. Carbs are what give you a nice fucking pump whenever you're working out. You need energy to work out. Now, that's carbohydrates. Any questions about that? Orange juice is fucking orange juice has fucking carbs. Soda has carbs. Soda has carbs. What's up, Rayan? Where's the chef's towel? How many carbs per day? Great question. Great question. How many carbs per day? White or sweet potatoes? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can fucking do red potatoes, yellow potatoes, blue potatoes, purple potatoes. It doesn't matter. Most potatoes, they're all the same carb wise. So now the question is, how many grams of carbs do we typically should we aim if we're trying to cut? I'm gonna give you the sauce now. If you're trying to cut, you want to aim between 150 to 200 grams of carbohydrates a day. Okay, 150 to 200 is what I've seen my clients have some of the best results. It's 150 to 200. Everyone's different. Everyone's different. How to cook potatoes? A couple ways. You can either bake them or you can nuke them. I typically put my potatoes in the microwave. Non-bread or pita bread. Okay, so the thing with bread, right? The thing with bread is you have to, the way I look at it, like I can eat bread, but it just spikes your insulin. And if you have a lot of body fat, you're more prone for that carbohydrate to be stored as fat versus stored for the muscle's use. So so bread has high glycemic index, simply meaning that bread, when ingested and you have a lot of body fat, like if someone is next to me, I eat a bagel and they have like 50 pounds to weight of like to lose 20 pounds of fat to lose, and they're used to eating a lot of carbs. If I eat bread, it won't really be pushed as much into my body fat storages versus this person because they have more body fat than me. So they're more inclined to be put into body fat than put into their muscles, right? Because I have more muscle, they most likely don't have as much muscle. So whenever we're cutting, we have to understand it is not a forever thing. It is not a forever thing. I'll have a fucking bagel with butter here and there. I'll have fucking like I'll have that. Here and there, nothing crazy. But when you're trying to cut, you're on a journey, right? You're on a journey of you've been out of shape for how long? 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. So you have to understand that you have already sacrificed a lot of freedom, self confidence, energy, because you've eaten whatever you want. So for a portion amount of your life, which can easily be 6 to 12 months, right? Max a year, sticking to something like this will give you the results that you want. And eventually you can go out and like have some more of this, have some more of that. But first, save up. It's like imagine you spent money all the time and you really want to save up like $10,000. If every weekend, cool, I made $1,000 like this week, and you go spend 500, you're never gonna give back. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here, right? You're never gonna be able to save up. Think about it. When you're saving up, you gotta say no to this, no to that, no to this, no to that, until you have a good pile of cash. Then you can, with 10 grand, I'll put it down on a property. I'll put it down on this. Now you have a chunk of money because you sacrificed. You weren't doing what you were used to doing before. So it's the same thing. It's like you're sacrificing. So later on, now you have a chunk of fitness and you can go take your shirt off at summer. You can go to the pool. You can go and be more social now that you have less body fat because you feel good about yourself and you're confident enough to be in front of people. And is whole wheat bread fine? Whole wheat bread is fine, but again, understand what I'm trying to say. Understand what I'm trying to say is that it's fine to eat it, but is it the most quality? Is it the highest quality of carb that you can eat right now in this journey that you're on? I don't recommend it. Not right now. Save up, save up, and then you can have more freedom. But you gotta sacrifice leads to paradise. Because either way, you're sacrificing. You eat what you want, you're sacrificing the confidence you want. You sacrifice the foods that you really, 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 not even the foods that you really want to eat. Because even the fucking foods that you eat, they make you feel guilty. Get out of here. Right? So again, 50, right? 50 to 100 to 200 grams of carbs. So how does that look like? Let me put it this way, right? One bagel is equal to 55 to 60 grams of carbs. One bagel, right? One bagel, one cookie is fucking 8. So learn as soon as you start to track, you'll have a better idea. Come on, nah. You grabbed me up. So that's carbohydrates. Any questions? Any questions? Okay, cool. All right, so move on to fats. All right. So before we move on to fats, right? Before we move on to fats, I want to cover something, right? Fuck. Before we move on to fats, let me cover something. Okay. All right. So now let's cover this before I move on to fats. 1 gram of protein is 4 calories. 1 gram of carbs is 4 calories. 1 gram of fat is 9 calories. I want you to look at that for a second. All right. I want you to really look at that for a second. 1 gram of protein is 4 calories. 1 gram of carb is 4 calories. 1 gram of fat is 9 calories, almost fucking tripled. Today I've been doing 30 grams of carb for meals, 15 grams of carbs. Nice. Nice. Right? You reduce the amount of carbs you're eating. Now, so now we have this. So I'll cover fats now. See, all along, everything still comes down to being in a calorie deficit. Right? Everything still comes down to being in a calorie deficit, but not all calories are the same. I need you to really, really put this and understand this. Write this down. Not all calories are the same. And that's why people get cravings. For example, if you see me eat, right? If you see me eat consistently on here, my first meal is typically 4 whole eggs. Most people can't fucking eat 4 whole eggs. That's a lot of food. 4 whole eggs is a lot. Most people eat 2. So my first meal, my second meal technically, right? My second meal is technically 4 whole eggs, 180 grams of egg whites, right? So I'm adding more stuff to my plate. 4 whole eggs, 180 grams of egg whites. On top of that, then I'll do about 65 grams of cream of rice, right? Cream of rice. I'll do 65 grams of cream of rice, which is a bowl of carbohydrates. and I'll do about 75 grams of blueberries, right? That's my second meal. 4 whole eggs, 108 grams of egg whites, 65 grams of cream of rice, and 75 grams of blueberries. That is 4 different ingredients, like 4 different things that I'm eating in one sitting. All that together is about 650 to 700 calories, right? I'm just trying to make a point here. Most of you guys could not finish this. This is a lot of food, right? This is a lot of food. This is about about 48 grams of protein, about 60 grams of carbs, and about 20 grams of fat, 22 grams of fat. Okay? This is my second meal. Now, if we look over, if you were to eat 3 glazed donuts, right? 3 glazed donuts is about 900 calories. 3 glazed donuts. How fast how fast could we eat 3 glazed donuts? We've all eaten donuts. I've eaten donuts, Boston cream over here, right? We've all eaten donuts. We can wolf down 3 glazed donuts like it's fucking our life depends on it. Oh, fuck, my bad. All proteins count the same. Explain yourself. What do you mean, Abel? Oh, fuck me. My bad, YouTube. Right? Right? So we understand, like, could you agree? Right? We could all fucking wolf down 3 donuts like it's nothing. Nothing. Okay? Like it's nothing. We can. So this is what I need you to understand. And this is why I don't like tracking calories. Because, for example, if you needed to eat 1,500 calories a day to lose weight, say you started to track calories. Okay, I need to eat 1,500 calories. Motherfucker, you could eat 3 glazed donuts and still lose weight because you're under 1,500 calories. You're in a calorie deficit. You're gonna lose weight 100%. But what's gonna happen when you eat this? The sugar, the insulin spike, the fucking sugar crash. You're not gonna feel well, and 3 glazed donuts is not gonna build a good body. But it's still under your calories. You're still gonna lose weight. You're still in a calorie deficit. So it's technically not wrong. But I know nobody here wants to feel like shit, look like shit, and have brain fog. All this sugar is gonna give you brain fog. None of us want that. Now you look at my meal right here, my second meal. Look at all this food, and it's only 650, 700 calories. Which one do you think is going to keep you full longer and make you feel better? This meal or this meal? They're both under 1,500 calories, so technically we'll lose weight. But one part makes you feel better, and the other one doesn't make you feel better, and it causes you to have cravings. So this is why I do not like calories, because you're not understanding how food actually works. This is what we have to understand. It's not enough to track calories. So now that we have an understanding of that, right? It brings me to fats. What are fats? Typically, the best results that I've seen for my clients is when they keep their fat under 50 grams of fat a day. Even 50 is a lot. 50 is a lot. Some women that I've trained, I've kept it as low as 20 grams of fat. Some women I've trained is 20 grams of fat, sometimes 30 grams of fat. Because fats have 9 calories per gram. It's a lot. And fats are really only for 2 things: brain function, brain, and hormones. Like to regulate your hormones, but you don't need that many because there is a lot in a little. 1 gram is 9 calories. So think about it. Calories still matter to an extent because macros are calories. It's just more dissected. It's somebody who's fully clothed versus somebody who's naked. They're still a human being. So we want to keep the fat low. Any questions? Okay, you kept it at 20. That this is just crazy, bro. Yeah, 100%. Appreciate that. 1 gram, 1 gram, all 1 gram protein is 4 calories. Able, yes. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, every gram of protein is 4 calories, brother. Every gram of protein is 4 calories. Right. Okay. So yeah. So which leads me to my next thing, right? So we have to understand if you keep your fat like around 40, right? Around 40. Let me explain. One full avocado, right? Avocados are perfectly fine. They're fine. One of my fucking friends, Victor, loves avocados. I love avocados. I fucking love them. I love them. Who does not like some avocado? I love avocados. But one full avocado is 23 grams of fat. One avocado is 23 grams of fat. If I'm trying to keep it under 40, 23 grams of fat, I'm already kind of fucked, right? Where do I personally, where I get my fats from, and some of my clients are two sources. Whole eggs, right? I eat 4 whole eggs. There's 5 grams of fat per whole egg. So in 4 whole eggs, there's already 20 grams of fat. Beef, right? Beef, right? For the portion that I get in beef, I get about 20 grams of fat just from my beef. So I'm already at 40 grams of fat just with 2 meals. I don't make room for avocados just because I don't want to. I like my whole eggs. If I wanted to eat an avocado, I would not eat 4 whole eggs. I would just eat egg whites. I would eat just egg whites and I would have the avocado. Avocado. Avocado twice a week, bro. Is that bad? Fuck yeah, it is. Avocado has no protein. Avocado and toast is just carbs and fats. Carbs and fats. Avocado toast is so fucking hilarious. I'm having avocado and toast and 1 egg. So you're having, for your first meal, you're having pretty much 23 grams of fat. You're having, let's talk about a piece of toast, maybe 12 grams of carbohydrates, and you're having 5 grams of fucking protein. Like, look at these numbers. If your goal with protein is 100 grams of protein, your goal is 150 to 200 grams of carbohydrates, and your goal is 40 grams of fat, you're telling me your first meal is 23 grams of fat, 12 grams of carbs, and 5 grams of protein. How's the pre-made egg whites? They're fucking great, bro. They're great. Avocado does have at least 1 gram protein. The one is more important than we could discuss about. If it relative to anything in life. All right, forget this guy. I don't like guy. Right. So, yeah, I gotta switch to my bro. My bro. Yeah, I know it, dude. Honestly. Um. One. Da-da. Da-da-da-da. In truth. Da-da-da. What does that mean? What? I went from doing from material engineering design. I feel great. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Avocado toast, yeah. Should I start? Should we start at 40 grams of fat, 50 grams of fat, and cut back every week? No, you should test it out. You should test out. Everything is based on results. When you follow a plan, right? And this is where I come in with my people, right? So when you follow a plan, you have to base it, right? You have to base it off your results. Everything comes back down to your results because everyone's different, right? 100 grams of protein is minimum, right? 100 grams of protein is minimum. Sometimes I eat around 200 grams of protein a day. Some people, I make them eat 150, 180, 120. It all depends on where you are at. One thing you have to factor in is what I factor in as a coach is the change in lifestyle. My goal is not to make it impossible. My goal as a coach, when I'm coaching someone, is to make the transition easier, smooth. I want to say easier, take that back.
The goal of me as a coach is to make my clients transition from their mindset, the way they look, the way they feel, their daily habits, a smooth transition into their new life. That's how they're able to stick to it. Because if the transition from the current life to the new life is too difficult, they're going to fall back into their old habits. That's what I don't want. So I take my time with my clients and I'm like, hey, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. This is what you're going to do. We can make this work. Wake up earlier, cook this, cook it like that. Have this instead of that. Have this. When you have an actual structured plan and then you have somebody to push you in the right direction when things get difficult, it's much easier for you to stay on track versus doing it yourself. It's not impossible to do it yourself. It's just going to take a bit longer depending on how often you fall off. That's what we have. So there's many factors, right? There's the many factors that I'm bringing into when it comes to actually transforming your life. You have to understand you have stress, you have habits. And in times of high stress, people typically tend to go back to their old habits. What are you going to do when you have a stressful day at work and you're used to fucking alcohol, right? What are you going to do when you have a stressful day at work and you're used to binge eating, right? What are you gonna do when you have a stressful day at work and you feel like fucking smoking, right? Or getting started like soda, whatever it might be. So these are things that you really have to I take into account too. That's why it's beneficial to have somebody holding you accountable. Because when things get difficult, we tend to go back to what made life in that moment a lot better. It might have been alcohol, it might have been overeating, it might have been fucking smoking, whatever it might be. So we fall back into these old habits because we don't have somebody to hold us accountable. That's why accountability is fucking priceless. It keeps you on the journey that you first set out on when you felt good. That's the thing with motivation. You set out on this journey that you want, but motivation's fleeting. It fucking leaves, and then things happen, and you want to go back to what you used to do, what solved your pain. But really, when you're in the new journey, the pain that you feel is what's molding you. Like when you're dealing with difficulties, it's the opportunity for you to actually build your character. You don't want an easy life. Nobody respects somebody who's had it easy their whole fucking life. So when you're having these difficulties, obstacles, these setbacks, they're just opportunities for you to actually move forward. Just the other day, 2, 3 days ago, I was hitting abs and I did a very hard ab workout. It was one exercise, but I did about 13 sets. I really engaged my core. And the rest of the day, I had the worst ab cramps I've ever had in my life. I almost passed out on the fucking toilet. I'm sitting there and I get a fucking cramp in my abdominal and I feel like I'm about to have a hernia. Listen, I can take pain. I've been punched in the face. I've been kicked. I've been choked out, armbarred. I've been fucking put through some pain. But when I tell you this was the most excruciating pain I've ever felt, my fucking face went white. I started sweating. I could have sworn I was gonna have a fucking hernia. And I couldn't get up for 5 minutes. And every minute for those 5 minutes, I'm breathing. I'm like, just breathe, just breathe. My fucking abdominal fucking locked up so bad. Like, never in my life have I been so close to passing out. I'm like, is this what people feel like before they pass out? This is horrible. I had to fucking grab the sink, sitting there, pants down. I'm like, bro, I'm about to pass out. Like, this is what it feels like to pass out. And I just kept breathing, just breathe. I'm like, I just can't move. I just cannot. This happened 2 fucking days ago. Am I just good? I'm like, just get up slowly, put my pants. I look myself in the fucking mirror. I'm white as a ghost, white as a fucking ghost. And I walk to my bed and I lay down. I'm breathing. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. And like it went away. And then the rest of the day, I'm like, yo, like the rest of the day, I had like my abdominal was swollen. And I'm like, okay, I can hit abs for at least 2 or 3 days. Like, there's just no way. And then later that night, I went to go drive, and then I got a cramp on this side. And I fucking sat there, in my car. I'm like, okay, just chill, just chill, just chill. Just don't do anything. Just don't do anything. And that night I couldn't do my burpees. I literally could not do my burpees that night. I do burpees every day. And I could not do burpees because I knew if I tucked my feet in, I was gonna fucking cramp again. I'm like, I need to fucking just chill. So that's the thing about going too hard sometimes. I went too far. Setbacks. And I still haven't worked abs. It's been, I think, 3 days now. And I'm like, 2, 3 days. And I'm like, I'm not working abs. Motherfucker, you are chilling. You're fucking chilling. I'm not about to fucking fuck my shit up. So I had like, I wouldn't say a little setback, but I'm like, oh fuck, like I need to chill before I fuck my shit up. So I'm probably just gonna do planks, just do some planks. I could find a way, but if I do any lower core and like that, it's just not gonna. I'm probably gonna fucking cramp up again. So
I keep going back and it's glitching. Bro, can you quickly give me a booking amount if you wait what's any chance you could talk about business stories, online business in your next live? I know it's not really your thing. We'd love to hear you speak about business, how it's not easy. I'll see what's up, brother. I'll see what's up. What's up, Sanchez? I'll see what's up. I don't really like to talk about business like that. I really don't. Cool. So now we're here, right? Now we're here. So now we're gonna go into, let me teach you. Let's go over what we've learned and let's play a game. Okay. Let's track macros together. Okay. So now let's track macros together. Okay, so I came up on my favorite. Of course, Lily. So do you ever drink alcohol? I drink once a year. That's it. But alcohol has no benefit to me. Alcohol does not give you the mental clarity. Alcohol does not let me speak the way I speak. If you look at my videos on my TikTok, the reason I speak the way I speak is because I'm very connected. Right. I'm not a good speaker. I'm not a good writer. I'm a motherfucking good. I'm a good listener. Right. So what was I gonna say? Yeah, no, brother. So everything I'm doing right now, once a year, I'm trying to get sober. Just curious. So I drink once a year because I either go to a festival. I either go to a festival because I like music. So I'll go to a festival. I have a Corona, but the next day I say, "Fuck this. This is stupid," because brother, there's no clarity, bro. Alcohol, right? Alcohol. So alcohol, right? Alcohol leads to depression, right? Alcohol leads to anxiety, right? Alcohol leads to more drugs, right? Alcohol leads to feeling shitty, right? Your body gets worse, right? It's horrible for your brain, right? All of these things don't make your life better. I want a good life. I want to be sharp. I want to be a good role model. I want to be able to fucking make my money, look the way I want to look, have the relationship I want, and be close to God. This right here, all of these do not get me closer to those things. So you have to think about, and something that will help you get sober, bro, is you have to get really, 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 really clear on your vision, right? Very clear on your vision. Funny enough, like I have this vision of this blonde woman in front of me with these eyes, and that's part of my vision. Seriously, I'm not even saying this because someone's in here, but like seriously. So it's like my vision is the house, the woman, the kids, the traveling, the money. Like when you have a vision, then you have goals. And so here's the truth, brother. Here's the truth. This is where discipline comes in. Okay. Every weekend, probably 24 drinks every weekend for 15 years. And what will help me? So I'm going to help you right now, brother. I had the same issue with lusting and pornography. Okay. For 15 years, it's been lusting and corn. And that's a very, very fucking bad addiction. It's very difficult to overcome. And I understand what addiction is, bro. You want to do it a lot. I was doing it a lot. The only thing that got me to really overcome it, it's a daily battle. Don't get me wrong. It's a daily fucking battle, not to wink off. It's a daily battle. Been doing good. What's helped me is my vision, my goals, and God, right? Right? God simply means God is just the ability, right? Tom, yeah. So God to me, he gives, it's accountability, right? He's always watching. He's always watching. And God will only trust me with what he will only give me more if he can trust me with what I have now.
And he knows that if I can't take care of this issue, this addiction, he cannot give me the life that I want, which is the family, my relationship, the money. He can't. He's like, look, like you have this problem. Because right now, brother, if God gave you the money you wanted, you would fucking go to Vegas, you rent a fucking penthouse, you buy a bunch of fucking bottles, you probably go gamble, you probably go to the strip club, you probably spend all this money on alcohol, fuck yourself up. So that's why he can't give you the money. If he gave you the body, you'd probably go and be with a bunch of women. Right? If he gave you the body, my body, you'd probably mess your life up and you wouldn't be able to keep it because you don't have the habits. If he gave you my body, you would lose it in 1 month because you still don't know how to eat, how to train, how to be disciplined. If he gave you the relationship you wanted, you wouldn't be able to keep it because of who you are right now. So he can't. And I have this conversation. I have this conversation with him. I'm like, look, I get it. I get it. If I don't overcome this, you can't trust me with this. I understand why you haven't given me what I actually want. He's brought people into my life, and these people it hasn't worked out with these partners because it's not ultimately who he wants me to be. But he's showing me you're with this person because this is who you are. The woman you're with is a reflection of you. The man you're with is a reflection of you. You don't like it? Don't change them. Change yourself. Your bank account is a reflection of you. What you do. Your body is a reflection of you, of what you do. Do you think it'll take clarity, energy, dopamine to come back without alcohol? Don't worry about that. Carson Ninja, 100%. The name out there, demon. Really, see, brother, nice. I didn't even know that. It's the name of a demon. I'll look into that. So, how long will it take? Who knows? You can't look at it that way because it doesn't matter if it takes a year, 2 years, 3. It doesn't matter if it stays strong right now. Fuck yeah, brother. I'm fucking proud of you. Fuck yeah. That's what I'm talking about, brother. That's what I'm talking about. I'm proud of you, brother. Keep going, brother. You just keep following my page. If you want, brother, go to the link in my bio and take the 7-day mindset challenge. Right? I guide you for 7 days. I take you through a journey for 7 days, and I help you over. I take you through a journey of 7 days of mindset, building your discipline. So the link is about. It's a free challenge, 7-day mindset challenge. Do you think God wouldn't give us peace and clarity? I like that question. Why do you think He won't give us peace and clarity? Because peace and clarity come from what? So let's look at it this way: peace and clarity, right? Where does peace and clarity? What takes away our peace and clarity, right? Right? Alcohol, drugs, lust, overeating, procrastination, right? Negative self-talk and lack of gratitude. That's it. All of these things are not bad, but it's because so let me answer the question. So this takes away all your peace and clarity. After alcohol, you're left with guilt and regret. After drugs, you're left with guilt and regret. After lusting, you're left with guilt and regret. After overeating, you're left with guilt and regret. After procrastinating, guilt, regret. After negative self-talk, guilt and regret. After lack of gratitude, guilt and regret. That's it. All of these have a side effect. All of these leave you feeling guilty, shameful, and regretful. That does not produce peace. It does not produce clarity. All of this, right? And the reason, right? The reason we go towards all of that is one word. That's it. It's a lack of discipline. And it's a lack of gratitude. Right? Lack of gratitude. Okay? It's lack of gratitude. Because gratitude is not Gratitude is not just words, it's a force. It's not just an emotion, it's physics. Gratitude is physics. Let me explain. When push comes, there's push and then there's a pull. This when push comes to shove. Gratitude is it's physics. It's an emotion that you put out into the world. You push out gratitude, you're granted more. You push out lack of gratitude, your things are taking away from you. It's physics. I just learned this recently. Gratitude, the law of gratitude, it's a law. It's not just, oh, you gotta be grateful for your life. No, it's actual law. Because gratitude, you know what gratitude grows? Gratitude grows your faith. I'm so grateful for everything I have. Means I'm so grateful for more things in my life. So grateful. Lack of gratitude, you know what that grows? Lack is fear. How am I going to do this? Am I ever going to meet my person? How am I going to pay my bills? How am I ever going to get in better shape? How am I going to make this work? Why are things not going my way? Lack of gratitude is rooted in fear. When you have fear, that brings a lot of negativity. You drop your fucking baseline level of, you drop your vibration low enough. That's how you get sick. Internally, you get sick. Your soul gets sick because you're lacking the greatest thing that we need to have is gratitude. Right? It's rooted in fear. You're fearful. And where does lack of gratitude come from? It comes from your vices. Right? Why do you turn to your vices? Because you have pain. Why you have pain? Because you don't have faith. Pain is part of life. Pain is growth. Pain is there to tell you do this. Why do you think people, when they go through breakups, some of the people who understand pain, they go towards the gym and they build a better body because they took the same pain we feel and they applied it to something positive. Why do sometimes people go through divorces or business? They hit a massive failure in business and they come back and they double what they made because they took the pain, right? They took the pain and they took positive action. All the pain that you have in your life is there for you to push you in the right direction. Yeah, our pain to keep us stuck, right? 100%. Yeah. So and all it can all start, right? Right? And so again, this all leads down and the thing is you know what to do. Yeah, can I still work out when I'm fasting for a spiritual reason? Of course. What's up, Sarah? Yes, you can still work out when you're fasting. Fuck yeah, that's even better, bro. Work out when you're fucking empty stomach. Go for it, bro. I do that all the time. Right? So then there's the path of recreation, right? Like, let's just get practical. Let's just get fucking practical. Path of recreation. We have God, right? As a man, for me and for my men who I speak to. And like there's three things as us men we should only be focused on to build the highest quality version of ourselves. The highest fucking as men, it's our responsibility. It is our duty to lead. It is our duty to lead. We are fucking leaders. You have to imagine yourself back when we were like fucking 2,000 years and you have like your fucking horse, and it's like, all right, I need to build this fucking army of men. And so if you want men to fucking follow you, then you have to be worth following. And there's only three things that I've come to conclusion at this point in my life. All right. You would have asked me this 6 months ago. I wouldn't have told you this. But there's only three things now at this point in my life, which I believe I am the sharpest I've ever been in my life. At 31, now I'm the sharpest I've ever fucking been. The most clear head, the most clarity. And I'll tell you, there's only three things as men that we should focus on every single fucking day. Our mind should only be focused on these three things. Number one is God. Then we have our fitness, right? Our fitness. And then we have our finances. That's it. We have God, we have health, and we have wealth. That's it. If us men, if we focus on these three things, what can we do? We can take care of our family. If I'm close to God, I'm fucking in great shape, and I've got my money right, then I can take care of my family. I can take care of people that I care about. You don't need to focus on the family. You need to focus on God, your training and nutrition, and your fucking money. Everything else, everything else is against this. Everything else is against this. Lust, right? Overeating, right? Porn. What else? Fucking anything else. Anything else that does not go against this. This is what a man. should be focused on. A man is responsible. Let go of everything else. That's it. That's it. And this is what I've learned at this point. So all day long, right? I wrote this. I think I wrote this in my thing, right? All day long, you should have, right? You should have, as a man, all day long, you should have a clear vision of what your life wants to be in your imagination. And you should have so much gratitude that you're getting to that place and so much faith that you act out of purpose. Is the world's too? No, money is not. Money is not, right? Money is not of this world because God wants you to be rich. Absolutely. Because people have given me their money and I've changed their fucking lives. This man paid me almost like $6,000, but I changed his life. $6,000 for like about 6 months, 7 months, right? That's it. It was an exchange. It was an exchange. Yo, you have this, you have what I want. You can make me rich. You can give me back my life, my health. I'm 292 pounds. I'm like, I have the knowledge. I can do this. We worked as a team. Paid me. I helped him. I made him rich. He made me financially better as a team. That's what we do. And so that's the line of business that I'm in. I'm in a very win-win business. You pay me, I get you what you want. And this is why this is a thriving business for me. This is why because I do good for the world. You can do good for the world as well. And so we understand vision. Back to this. Before we move forward with anything else, I'm like, nope, God give us everything we need. So people like that who speak like that are fucking broke, right? People like that, I can tell he's fucking broke. He's got his Cash App on his fucking, he's got a Cash App on his fucking bio. He's broke, right? People who speak like that are fucking broke. They don't understand money. Money is just a form of exchange. That's it. I'm glad to pay fucking Amazon. I'm super happy to pay Amazon. They fucking send me packages. Thank you. Take my money. Prime, here you go, Amazon Prime. I'm happy to fucking pay my rent so I can live in a nice, comfortable place. Right? So, vision. This is what every single one of us needs to do to get a better head in life, have more clarity too. Right? Vision. You must know what you want. You must know, number one, body. Right? You must know what your body wants to look like. Let me know anyway. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's the people who do that. It's the people who fucking shit on money. It's the people who shit on money who don't have money. Right? It's the people who are out of shape who judge people who are in fucking shape. That's it. Oh my, you too. I'm sorry. And yourself, bro. As your workout split, how many grams of protein? You read the chat now. My bad, brother. I'm Stamp. Hi, Alex. All right, cool. Yeah, brother. How much protein? I eat like 200 grams of protein, but everyone's different, bro. My workout split is I've been working out for 19 years, brother. But right now, before my fucking abdominal thing, chest and abs, back and abs, arms and abs, legs, shoulders and abs. Repeat one of the other ones. Keep the judgment coming. I will, bro. 100%. No, I'll judge him. I don't care. You shouldn't be judging. Well, I am. What are you gonna do about it? Right? What are you gonna do about it? Sue me. So, vision. This is very important, right? This is probably one of the most important things. This is one of the most important things that I could probably tell you about this moving forward. Vision, right? Vision is very important because it gives us an idea of where we want to go. See, a lot of people, right? A lot of people, Noah's Ark, right? Right? This is all of us, okay? This is all of us. We're in the slow ship. Sorry, YouTube. We're in the ship. We can go anywhere we want, right? We can go anywhere we want in life, anywhere. The only problem is most people don't know where they want to go. So you have to imagine yourself in a ship, and you either have a map or you don't have a map. And the winds of life and the sea will take you most of the time where you don't want to end up. Okay? Thank you, Fernando. Like, that's something this is you. You are on a journey. We're all on a journey. I'm right next to you. I have my little boat. No, I have fucking shit. Right? Pirates of the Caribbean. They've never even seen that movie. Right? We have these boats. So, well, first thing first is we have to map out where do we want to end up at. I should be in turn according to his own. Yeah, he's incorrect. What? I should be in turn according to his own. Yeah, he's here correcting Alex. Yeah, you're right. So, look, back to this. Back to this. Pay attention. YouTube. Damn, that's a good one. Right? I'm 5 kg. I'm pretty lean. My chest, etc. Damn, here's a good one. Just drifting out and open. Yes, Amsterdam, 100%. So drifting, perfect. Thank you. So right. So most people are just drifting, allowing the winds of life. What is the winds of life? Family, circumstances, friends, right? Situations, right? Circumstances, friends, situations, jobs, co-workers, just letting them, right, blow them in different directions. When most of the time, friends, families, and coworkers, they're all on the fucking ship, drifting as well. Most people ask them, "What's your vision for life?" I don't know. Hey, what's your vision for your life? I don't really know. Hey, what's your? I don't know. I'm just going with going with the flow, going with the fucking flow. I don't know. See, the mistake, and the reason why most people don't create a better vision for their life is because they're judging their future based on their past results. It's why most people never aim higher than what they've done because they're basing where they want to go based on where they've been, their past results. You must throw out the idea that because you haven't done better in life, that you cannot get better. You must throw out the idea that the past has anything to do with what your future looks like. Because if you consistently think about the past, then your vision becomes a reflection of your past. And that is why thinking is the hardest job in the world. Not construction, not plumbing, not fucking mechanic, nothing is harder than controlling what you're thinking of. It's why most people don't think. It's why most people allow their thoughts to just roam freely. And it's why most people end up where they don't want to go because they're consistently thinking about where they don't want to end up. Your brain does not care if it's positive or negative. If you consistently hold an image in your mind, you're gonna always end up there. It's not until you take a new vision, you create a new vision for your life that your mind can now start taking you there. It's hard, bitch. I, I know it's hard. Never said it was easy. You think it's this fucking easy? No. But what's harder? To get to the end of your life and be like, this is it? Or to spend the only time we have building the most beautiful vision you have for your life? And that's where the fun part is. You can imagine the woman you want. You can imagine the man you want. You can imagine the house you want. You can imagine the fucking kiddos you want. You can imagine the fucking car you want that looks like a penis. Right? You can imagine the fucking trips to the mountains you want. You can imagine the clothes you want. I can't even fucking draw clothes. Right? The clothes you want, the pants you want, right? You can imagine anything. You can imagine anything. You can break down. I even a friend of mine, right? A friend of mine, she called me saying, all men are fucking pigs. All men are fucking this. I'm like, look, if that's what you think on a daily basis, do you think you're ever gonna find the man you want if all you think about is how men are always disappointing you? No. Right. Because all you're thinking of and looking for is what you're consistently thinking about. I told her, sit down, take a piece of paper, and write down everything you want about this man. Get so clear on the picture of what you want this man to look like and be that your reticular activating system, this isn't woo woo shit no more, your reticular activating system starts to look for this person. Just like you ever see a car, you start thinking about a car, you start seeing everywhere. That's it. That's your reticular activating system. When you get a clear picture of the house you want, of the partner you want, the kids, the where you everyone says, I want to travel. When and where, for how long? The more specific you can make your map, the more specific you can make your map. And this is your life. You don't think it's worth sitting down for 30 minutes and really sitting down like, how many bedrooms do I want? But what ends up happening the minute we start to build this beautiful vision, we start to think about our past results. But how am I going to do it? That's not up to you. That's not up to you. In my time in the army, life isn't supposed to be easy. We struggle 100%, brother. It's not. It's not meant to be easy. My phones are gonna die. Do I have to eat now? I kind of have to eat now. Simple but not easy. No, I say I was doing some your best work I've seen. Truly great life. Appreciate it. 100%. Yeah. Just alignment. Every single day that I hold my seat in, I honestly just I'm you guys have to understand I've been lusting for a very long time. And this is probably the longest time I've gone without letting my seed go or sleeping with someone. So I'm sober. I'm sober minded. I'm massively sober minded, right? Have a tank full of semen. And my clarity is unwavering. So it sounds kind of weird, but I don't care. You know, it's the truth. What else has changed? Nothing really has changed, right? Nothing else. Why is releasing occasion bad though? Because you have to understand, like, it's meant for creation, right? Why do you think you want to do it so often? It's just like seeking expression from some other way. Ambition was crazy to folks today. We want a healthy family, and that ambition is crazy for folks today. I don't think it's crazy for folks because you're not talking to the right people, bro. If you're talking to a bunch of fucking people that don't have goals and ambitions, it's gonna sound crazy. If you tell me, Alex, I want a healthy family, what am I gonna tell you? What am I gonna tell you? Fuck for you're talking to the wrong people, bro. You're still speaking to the wrong people. Take full life, literally. Damn, that's so true. All right, where am I at? I'm gonna be finished with. I didn't get to fucking show you guys everything else, but I have to go eat. His flesh desire comes. Yeah, and it's called the coiled serpent, right? It's called the coiled serpent. I'm telling you right now, like go a month without it, right? Think about if you do something for so long, doing nothing with a month, right? Yeah, there's a book called The Law of Attraction. It's a good one. I read it, brother, 100%. Training. Fuck, I need to go. Hard to find people that walk with the walk, not just talk. It really is why I remain single. It's not. It's not hard, bro. It's not hard. You're not putting yourself out there, right? Just write. I remain single. All right, bro. How many girls have you asked on a date? Do you expect the woman that you want to be with to come knocking down on your door? Let's just talk in practicality, bro. It's like if you want to find the woman of your dreams, you either attract her, right? Right? You post on social media, people find you, or you ask girls on dates. That's it. She ain't gonna come to you. You gotta fucking put yourself out there, put yourself out there. And if you feel like you think more different than a lot of people, open up your fucking camera, post content, build an audience, fucking put a target on your back, and someone can find you. Or you go and you ask fucking 5 girls a day to go on a date, and you fucking shuffle them out. No, 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 no. Oh, I really like this one. No, no, no. But to say I've been single because you just can't find those type of people, that's ignorance. She's out there. You just have not spoken to her. It's the law of averages. It's the law of numbers. Right? What does that take though? It takes fucking courage. It takes balls. So it's like you're only single because you choose to be single. Because there's plenty of really great women out there if you speak to enough. There's never a shortage. But they ain't gonna be coming knock down your door, brother. I need to go eat though. You got a Zen? Yeah, Zen, leave me alone. I need to put my stuff up. All right. I love you, YouTube. And with you